Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in as we get ready for water polo action from Scott Natatorium on the campus of Navy on Annapolis, Maryland. I'm Dave McHugh. As it is the Mercyhurst Lakers coming to Annapolis to take on the Navy Midshipmen in this conference matchup. It's one of three that Navy is playing this weekend in Mid-Atlantic Water Polo Conference action. They will take on Mercyhurst in this one. Mount St. Mary's later this evening, which we will have as well, along with Bucknell tomorrow. Mercyhurst comes in 0-5 on the season. They're 0-2 after playing two conference games last weekend. They opened league play with a 30-12 loss to Wagner and then a 31-7 loss to the defending champs in the conference, Fordham. Navy comes in 9-6 overall, 5-2 here at home. They are 2-0 in conference action. Those two wins come against Mount St. Mary's back on Friday the 12th. And the other conference game, reminding my own self, they beat Wagner 13-12. This is a string of home games for Navy coming off a big win over Air Force in that rivalry for the Freedom Vase. They won 15-14 in that one. They are on a two-game winning streak, having won 4 of the last 6. And they have won 8 of the last 10 after a 1-4 start on the year. Those two losses in the last 10 to number 10 Princeton, 18-8, and to a surprising loss to Salem, 17-13, as the water is splashing as we're underway. Mercyhurst is in the white hats. They're going right to left. Navy is in the blues, going left to right, and Navy wins the opening sprint. We're underway. Get you to the starters for the Lakers. Number 1, Alex Glide. Number 4, Aiden Botterill with extra T's. Number 7, Asher Jones. Number 10, Nate Cheney. Number 14, Declan Puach. Number 17, Ethan Green. And number 19, Ben Garvin. For the Mids, they will start in goal, Jack Rodoni. They will then have number 5, Luke Sekulik. Number 7, Aiden Barry, number 12, Jack Reif. Number 13, Austin Kahn. Number 21, Rory Began. Number 23, Jack Mason. Note, if you are a avid watcher of Navy water polo, Kiefer Black not playing in this one. You'll probably don the cap for the game against Mount St. Mary's, and certainly we'll see him tomorrow against Bucknell, as Navy's on the scoreboard early on a goal by Aiden Day off the assist from Austin Kahn. So Navy's got a 1-0 lead early on. As Mercyhurst now with the possession. Day picking up his 19th goal of the season. Navy gets it right back on the break, coming down the right side, shot in the goal, quick, off the turnover. Navy gets the tally as it's Began this time with the goal. The Bakersfield, California native was all by himself, strolling on down the right-hand side, picks up goal number 7 on the year for Began, his 44th career goal. So Navy out to a quick 2-0 lead here against the Lakers. And a little bit of a extra aggressiveness there from Day, who picks up the foul. Near turnover at the top. Mercyhurst holds onto it. They're under 10 seconds on the possession clock, and the pass stolen by Barry, who had his hand in the passing lane. So Navy's got it back. They send it back to Rodoni, the San Francisco native. Float passes it up ahead. Day's got it on the left side now, looking to attack, decides to shoot and score. Day from the corners got 2 of the 3 Navy goals to start this one off. And Navy's got a very quick 3-0 lead here in the first. Busy day here at the Academy. Football taking on Rice. Later action. We will not have that for you here on YouTube. You got to go to your local TV network to pick that game up. Big game for the Mids over at Navy Marine Corps Stadium. Rare occasion that we're here at Scott Natatorium They're using Lejeune Hall for other means today. We'll be back at Lejeune tomorrow for the match against Bucknell. Shot in the goal, close range from Mercyhurst. Nice little pass inside by Ethan Green. Found Caden Stover, the freshman, open in the middle, and Stover bounces it home. Skips it home, we'll call it, with 5:54 remaining in the first. Mercyhurst breaks up the shutout. It is 3-1, Mids on top. We mentioned Mids playing well. They went out to the West Coast, had a rough start to the season with a 1-4, though they played 4 nationally ranked opponents in that opening 4. Number 1 UCLA, number 7 Pepperdine, number 15 UC Santa Barbara, number 8 Long Beach State. Of course, those were the rankings at the time. Lost those 4 and beat Occidental. Then they were on the road at Princeton, where they got wins over Wagner, LIU, and number 16 Harvard. That allowed Navy to jump up in the coaches poll. And they have played well since. All at home, though, taking advantage of Lejeune today. Scott Natatorium looking at top shot off the post. Good look there from Barry as the possession clock was expiring. The ball actually did not go out of bounds. It stayed in bounds and went along the lane line. And so Mercyhurst has the ball, but they've already lost 10 seconds on the possession clock as it's floated up ahead to Cheney. Cheney gets it to the goal scorer Stover. Foul called away from the ball, and Navy gets it back. They will try and break it out right past our broadcast position. It's Sekulik well up ahead to Barry. Barry floats it into the middle. Wide open is Mason. Mason double team, and the goalie loses the ball as he's going up, but he's going to draw the foul and the exclusion, I think. No, are they calling the exclusion? Oh, they're going to give a 5-meter shot here instead. It will be Began to take. He's already scored today. He's got one of the Navy's 3 early goals in this one. Began will take the 5-meter. Began rises, shoots. He was faking left and goes right, and it's 4-0. Began and Day, so far your goal scorers for the Mids. Navy with some changes. We'll get you some of the names that are out there. Easy to spot. Jackson Snap when he comes in. Snap looks like he, forgive the pun, snapped his nose. Wears the face mask to protect himself. Didn't exist when I played sports. I can't imagine playing with that. But it is certainly a lot better than sitting on the sideline not getting to play at all. A lot of pressure here as Luka Sekulik. Correction, that was Luke Kurincic. And Mercyhurst off the foul will get the easy goal in front as the exclusion allowed an opening. And Asher Jones, the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native, makes it 4-2. Other players out there for the Mids. Reif continues to stay out. Began returns to the water. We mentioned Snap being out there. Also, Connor Cashman in the match. We mentioned Kurincic out there as well. We mentioned Black not playing in this one. Maddox Garahy not playing as well. Jack Clark out. Mai Prasansa out of the match as well. Charlie Child scratched. Tyler Terkhurst not playing either today. Again, that's for this match. We may see different scratches in the match against the Mount. Mercyhurst looking to cut this to within 1 if they can. Opportunity in the alley. Navy swarms with 3. Gets the steal. I'm not sure if what happened there, but Ben Gravin found himself in some trouble with the Mids surrounding him. Far side with it is Cashman. He'll get it in the middle to Reif. Reif attempts to get it to Kurincic, but a foul called on Puhatch. So Navy back into the zone, but they got 3 seconds to shoot. This one's going to be tossed in the corner. And there it is on the violation as Ryan Monzaleski from Coronado, California throws it into the corner, so Mercyhurst gets it back off the rare turnover in front. Great move here for Mercyhurst. Navy collapses on the ball and gets it back. So Navy on the turnover on another multiple player defensive play. Gets it back, and sprinting down the right side is Began. Began's heading towards goal. Began's got an opportunity. He's already inside the 5 meter. He's fouled from behind. It'll be an exclusion on Gavrin. So Navy will have the extra swimmer for 20. Up top, now swing around far side. Day looking for options. He gets it over to Monzaleski. Near side now with a cross. Snap! Snap goal! Snap off the pass from Began. Wastes no time and buries it. Snap picks up his 3rd goal of the season, his 4th in his career, and Navy extends the lead back out to 3-5-2. Nice crowd on hand today in the smaller Scott Natatorium. Hope you're enjoying this on Navy YouTube. Quick up ahead. Navy recovers defensively. Mercyhurst trying to pick up their 3rd of the game. Got down 3-0, cut it to 3-1, got down 4-2, now find themselves down 5-2 as trying to pass into the middle to Green is cut off by Rodoni. Back the other direction. Here come the mids. They're pushing and shoving, some grabbing. Kahn will hold on to the ball. 12 on the possession clock. Throw it up top where Monzaleski will chase it down, and the Navy gets called for a foul off ball near the goal, and so it'll go back to the Lakers. Mercyhurst, located in Erie, Pennsylvania, thus they're named the Lakers, on the shores of Lake Erie. We're on the shores of the Severn River, just a little bit off the banks. Nice save in front by Rodoni on a point-blank shot from the top by Stover, the Napoleon, Ohio sophomore. Long flow pass up ahead. Navy with a chance with Kahn ahead. Foul off ball. Is going to get an exclusion or just a straight foul? I'm not sure. It is an exclusion. It was a middle of the pool violation as Navy was breaking out there. So Navy's got the advantage. Pass to the side, looking from no angle. Now in the middle of the pool. Back to the lane line. Up top. Shot and a goal. That one coming from that coming from Connor Cashman. Nice pass from the lane line by James Mulvey. So Cashman picks up his 6th goal. Picks up his 18th goal of the season. And we get a little timeout here as the man with the assist needs a little bit of a chin strap adjustment. Under a minute to play here, opening quarter. Navy up 6-2 on the Lakers. Looking to start this trio of conference matches this weekend strongly. And Navy certainly taking advantage early. And a foul call. It's going to be an exclusion on Navy for some pushing and shoving inside. They will send Karincic to the sin bin. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Mercyhurst trying to get their 3rd. Be a good strong start for the Lakers if they can. Nice shot, but a good block out front. Shot coming from Cheney, the long arms of Latos Stallings. Casted aside. Another shot off to the side as well. And so 28 seconds left to go in the quarter. Shot clock will be turned off. The official signal from the officials is grabbing to the neck. And in the meantime, a timeout called by Mercyhurst's head coach. It's a 30-second, I think. He wants a quick timeout. Head coach Brandon Bickerel in his first season at Mercyhurst. He's assisted by Harper Ratliff and the grad assistant by Vladimir Mikshik as they join us in front of our broadcast position. Gives me a chance to remind you that Navy women's soccer will return to Glen Warner on Wednesday, October 1st as they take on Lehigh at 7 o'clock. Get to the stadium early. First 100 fans will receive free t-shirts, compliments of nothing bunt cakes. You just got a lot of things I love in that. You got soccer, you've got fans getting free t-shirts, and you got nothing bunt cakes. You can't go wrong with that one. That's coming up on Wednesday the 1st. Can't believe it. We're already entering October. That is a big matchup for Navy women against Lehigh. Reminder again, water polo will host Mount St. Mary's later today. That is a 5 p.m. start. I had to remind myself at Scott Natatorium here. And then tomorrow they'll take on Bucknell at 11 a.m. against Lejeune. Again, can't emphasize enough how big the win over Air Force was here at home to keep the Freedom Vase in Annapolis. It's a wonderful rivalry with Air Force. Army does not have a water polo program, and that is a huge win for Navy, especially coming off of a tough loss to Salem just days before. So off the timeout, 26.7 seconds left here in the quarter. Mercyhurst looking to cut the lead to deficit to 3. Turned out to be the long variety of the timeout. They've got the advantage on the nice passing, great block out front. They have the advantage off of the seclusion. 3 seconds, that advantage is over, and it's done and dusted. Mercyhurst had a chance. They had it in front to Jones. Jones' shot was blocked point blank, and the quarter comes to a close before Navy can get down pool and find a 7th. So Navy starts off 3-0. Gets to within 2 on a couple occasions, but extends their lead to 6-2. And we'll take a break after 1. Navy leads Mercyhurst 6-2 in the conference action here at Scott Natatorium on Navy YouTube. Welcome back to Scott Natatorium on the campus of the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm Dave McHugh. Water polo action entering the second quarter between Navy and Mercyhurst. Saw something in the corner of my eye at the end of that quarter, and I wasn't positive it had happened. Got confirmation from Chris Whitehead, our sports information director. When Mercyhurst called timeout in that sequence that resulted in the exclusion, they actually scored. The referee, he was calling timeout in the middle of the play. Refs didn't hear him. Mercyhurst scored, but then because they realized the timeout got called, they reverted back to the timeout, which is probably the right call. Mercyhurst losing that goal that would have made it 6-3 had the exclusion, came out of the timeout, thought they had the opportunity, got the door shut at point blank range, and they end up with no goal out of that sequence. So a tough break for the Lakers at the end of that first. It is 6-2, as we said. Navy, the lead here, is in this Mid-Atlantic Water Polo Conference matchup between 0-5 Wagner and 9-6 Navy. As we are back underway here, Navy is going left to right, and it's an easy sprint win. Mercyhurst didn't even look like they tried for it. And so we are back and underway. Coming out to get that for Navy was Rory Began, who's got a couple of goals today. Began and Day, so far, your leading goal scorers, 2 each. They scored the opening 4. And if you're just tuning in, Kiefer Black not playing in this match, along with a couple of others like Garahy. Forced in front. Good defense from Mercyhurst. Climbing over the top without fouling was Nate Cheney, the Rockford, Michigan native. And so we'll head back the other direction. Mercyhurst getting trouble getting up into their offense, wasting a lot of clock. They had 15 seconds on the shot clock. A foul called on Navy. A lot of touch fouls will just be whistles. Navy playing kind of a zone here. Now they'll break out and a save on the shot by Rodoni. And no, they're going to give this to Mercyhurst. I guess they said it went out of bounds. So Mercyhurst will get a new possession clock. In the meantime, for Navy, Austin Kahn, and for Mercyhurst, Aiden Ivory will enter back into the offensive conversation. They had swam out. 7 minutes to play in the quarter. Another foul on Navy. Mercyhurst looking for some options. Shoots high and over the corner. I'm not sure that was their best option. But they get the ball back. They had a lot of shot clock left. Felt like a forced shot. Quick pass up ahead. Jack Mason's all by himself. Somehow on the left side shoots and scores. Rodoni found Mason down the left side, and Mason, forgive me, walked in on that one. That could not have gotten any easier for Mason. This started today, a freshman from San Diego. He picks up his 6th goal of the season, and obviously for the freshman, that's his 6th of his career. Lakers in the white hats going right to left. Navy in the blues, the home blues going left to right. Aggressive defense there from Kahn. Oh, and a foul called in the meantime on Mercyhurst on Puhatch. So Kahn picks it up, swims right past us. Coming down the right-hand side, not really getting picked up. Swimming towards the front post. He's by himself now. Cross pass and a shot and a goal. It's the 3rd one of the game for Rory Began, as forcing the issue off the turnover was Hatch. And Navy's got this 8-2 lead. Monzaletsky back on into the pool. Mercyhurst not picking up guys coming down the wings, and it has cost them on several occasions, including the last 2, on a goal scorer on the previous goal, and this time allowing a guy to come all the way down the wing and still get the pass into the middle. Exclusion here against Navy, as Aiden Berry will get called for it. Lakers have an advantage. Of course, last time had the advantage. Scored that did not count due to the timeout, then missed it. Coming out of the timeout on a block under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Navy packing it in. Shot from deep goes off the post. That might have been the best look that Puhatch has had from deep. Rodoni was leaving the post open, and he couldn't hit it. Well, he hit the post. This time shot, and this time a goal. The pass coming from Nate Lutz, and the goal scored by Ben Garvin, a Pittsburgh native. That might be Gavrin. Apologies to the Gavrin family at home. Limited resources. 5:35 to play. Navy gives up their 3rd, but they've got 8 on the tally. So they've got the 5-goal lead near side the pass to Luke Kurincic. He'll hold on to it. Long pool pass. Shot from the corner. Good save off the shot. I think that came from Quinn Bartlett. No, it did not. That was Ramsey Lateau Stallings who chases it down, but a great save by Alex Guide. Thrown in front and couldn't hold on to it was Reif. And so Guide gets the ball back, and he will toss it up pool. And 5 minutes to go here in the quarter. In the half, Mercyhurst has possession. But they're down to 15 on the possession clock. They force it in front. Rodoni comes out of the goal and picks it up. Long pool pass again. Luke Kurincic all alone on goal and will get fouled from behind. And we'll set up a 5-meter opportunity here. And the foul called this time on Aiden Botterill. So we get the 5-meter opportunity here for Cashman. Rises, shoots. Did he score? No, they say it was a save. Looks like just getting a hand enough on it was guide. I couldn't tell if that got past the line. The officials say no. So the 5-meter is cast aside. And then threw the ball into the middle, kind of a haphazard pass, and Navy gets it back. 4:15 to go here in the second quarter. Mids lead 8-3 on the winless Lakers of Mercyhurst. Of course, they've played half the games. Navy, a third of the game Navy has played this season. Navy, this is their match 16. Mercyhurst, their 6th. They'll try to force it in front. Well, they're going to call it on Navy for pushing off. As Jack Reif was in position, but he was keeping Gavin kind of at bay. And so the Lakers get it back off the turnover from Navy. Navy with some of these breakouts reminds you what happened to them against Princeton in a close match. Second quarter, Princeton started going over the top in transition on Navy's defense and got a lot of breakout opportunities that suddenly ballooned the game. Long shot, nice save from Rodoni. And that shot hits the side netting and out of bounds. Navy struggled that against Princeton that second quarter, so a game that was maybe a 3-goal game suddenly ballooned to 6-7, and Navy was playing from behind the rest of the way, losing by 10. You don't have those breakout opportunities. Navy's probably got a good battle with Princeton in that match. And they're doing it now to Mercyhurst to some degree, breaking out and scoring, coming down the wings. 3 seconds on the possession clock. I think Navy's gonna get the foul call, but there's 1 on the possession clock, so throwing it in the corner is Cashman. 2:50 left, and another timeout called by the Lakers as Pickerel wants to talk things over. Mercy opened the season with a win or a loss by 1 to Penn State Barron. They tried to battle back against Washington and Jefferson in their second game of the season, but lost that one by 1 as well. 16-15 was part of a 3-match day for Mercyhurst. They had a scrimmage earlier in the day, which they also unfortunately lost. So it was a tough start for Mercyhurst on the season. Then they played Wagner in conference play on September 20th. And while Mercy opened up the scoring in the game, they ended up with fall to Mercyhurst 30-12. Then they followed up that with a game against Fordham that same day. Asher Jones played well for them. Guide even had a couple of saves and some steals, but Fordham, the defending champs in the conference, too much for them. 31-7 was the finale, and that's where we find ourselves here at 0-5 on the year. As we're back in the pool with 2:49 to play here in the second quarter. Navy's got an 8-3 lead. They've kind of cooled off a little bit after a hot 3-0 start. Got up 4-1, got up 5-2, got up 8-2. But they've cooled off a little bit. Granted, Navy not playing their front line today. Getting guys on the bench and seconds and reserves some extra opportunities today. And they're playing well. Mercyhurst point blank in front. Rodoni with a big save. What an effort there on the multiple fakes from Ethan Green. Rodoni started to slowly close down the angle and timed his leaps well. In the meantime, Navy's breaking out yet again. Shot, goal, an easy one for Mason. Jack Mason picks up Navy's 9th, and Navy's tripled up the Lakers. Mason with his second today is 6th overall. Lakers have the ball back. 2:14 to play in the half. Speaking of not playing the reserves, or speaking of playing the reserves, it's nothing but freshmen and sophomores out there for Navy right now. No upperclassmen here in the second half as a foul called on Mercyhurst. Navy gets it back. We talked to Coach Nicolau before the match. He said we would probably see some extra guys out there, and we're seeing them early. Oh, turned down the pass and a shot in the goal. Back-to-back goals, and now 3 today for Mason, as turning down the goal on the near side, wide open, was Leto Stallings. He went cross pass into some traffic, and making him look like a genius for that move is Mason, who's got the hat trick today. I'd go quickly off the top of my head, think that's the freshman's first career hat trick. It is, confirmed. 90 seconds left to go here in the half. 10-3 the lead for the Mits. All the way up. Rodoni closes the door again from point-blank ranges. Ben Gavrin tried to take advantage on the long pass at the post. Rodoni, 2 now on either post in back-to-back possessions. Slamming the door shut. 75 seconds left. The possession clock approaches 20 for the Lakers. Navy getting aggressive out there. Gets called for the foul. Mercyhurst looking to do something. Navy packs it in quickly. And the pass to the far corner is too far for Gavrin's going to waste time getting it. A minute left to go here in the quarter. We now hit 5 on the possession clock. Shot from deep is blocked out deep, as the shot from Green went nowhere, but it's a new 30 because of the shot. And Mercyhurst got the ball back on the near side. So 45 seconds left in the quarter, about 20 on the possession clock. Lakers looking for another opportunity. So that shot from deep ended up being pretty smart. Near side with it, Ivory. Correction, that was Puach. Throws it down to Ivory. 3 seconds on the possession clock. They cannot have this ball at mid-pool, and they don't. Well done by the Lakers to throw it all the way into the corner. Rodoni chases it down. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Navy breaking out right down the middle. Coming over to the left side on the pass. Looking to shoot off the post, but it's loose in front. Shot blocked out in front. Navy with a third chance trying to score. Cross-pool pass, shot in the goal. 3 bites at the apple, and Navy finally gets it. As fighting for it in front was not only Barry, Mulvey, and on the backside it was Leto Stallings. So Navy picks up goal number 11 with 8 seconds left to go off of a frantic moment there in front. And hey, hats off to Guide. He made a brilliant save on the second attempt. First one got past him, hit the post. Second one, Guide shut the door. Third one was too much. As a shot before the end of the half. And Navy, will it count? It counts. Goal scored because the shot took place before the horn, and out of goal was Guide. So Rodoni said, why the hell not? I'll take it. Rodoni floats one full pool. Navy will take a 12-3 lead into the half. Well, you see a little bit of everything when you sometimes come to Scott Natatorium, and we have today. Mids have the lead, 12-3. At the break here at halftime. We'll take it with them, along with them in the pool, though we are not getting in. It's the pool. We will not be getting in the pool. We'll just let them swim it out. Navy leads Mercyhurst in water polo action here on Navy YouTube Athletics. Welcome back as we get ready for second half action here in water polo play at the Scott Natatorium on the campus of the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm Dave McHugh. It's Mercyhurst and Navy. In conference action, Navy's got the 12-3 lead thanks to a last-second shot by Jack Radoni. Remember, rule in water polo, as long as it's in the air before the horn sounds, it can count, and Radoni goes full pool from goal line to goal line, floats it over the top of guide, and gets it into the back of the net. He joins only Jack Hightower on the team as goalies to score in their career, and Radoni's gift for that, he takes a seat for the rest of the game. Jack Hightower in goal for the Mids. Radoni's shot was midway there. Could see in the corner of my eye the goalie was a little out of place. We still don't think there's any chance. And the rule usually is, you got to double check. Is the rule that it in the air, it's got to cross the line? The rule was it's in the air. Good sprint this time. Water flying all over our broadcast position. If we go off the air, folks, you know why. So bear with us if suddenly something happens. But Navy wins the sprint, maybe ruins the equipment. But we're back in there anyway. 12-3, 7:40 left. We are ultra close here at Scott Natatorium, and of course they have the sprints right in front of our broadcast position. And Navy now being on the right side of the pool defensively means that they're sprinting past us, and no one sent a memo to the guys in blue. They don't have to kick so hard. Mercyhurst got the ball. They're in the white caps going left to right. Hightower sees his first shot, and it gets past him. And a exuberant Caden Stover from the near corner for the Lakers as he cuts the deficit to 12-4. Was very happy with his results there. Stover from the Napoleon, Ohio. Maybe makes a few changes. They had Snap out there to start the second half. Snap had a literal snap goal earlier in this game. Great one time in front. Quick foul in front. Navy continues to have possession. 20 on the possession clock. Cross pool in front of the goal, and it's going to be out of bounds as it hit the lane line. And so Connor Cashman can't catch it. Mercyhurst gets it back. Their only goalie is Alex Guide. He throws it out. At least the only goalie that we're aware of. Navy aggressive defense, and Hightower out of his cage picks that one up before the Lakers could get to it. To give some context on Mercyhurst's season, which has not gotten off to the way they wanted it. Shot, save in front. Great effort by Guide there on the shot from the angle by Mulvey. Other than conference play against Wagner and Fordham, those other two, not counting the scrimmage, they lost to schools that are Division III based in their athletics programs. In Penn State Behrend, Washington and Jefferson, all in the Pittsburgh area. As a shot kind of half-hearted right before the possession clock is saved by Hightower, but it hit the lane, so it's going to be Mercyhurst possession with a brand new possession clock. In front with it, it is Botterill. Could not hold on to it. Botterill, interesting name. He's got 3 T's in a row. You know, those are the kind you wonder are a typo. They're not. It's B-O-T-T-T-E-R-I-L-L. You see a lot of fascinating games in water polo since so many Europeans, especially Eastern Europeans, play it. Big-time sport in the Eastern European world. There's a backhanded shot there from Jackson Snap. Does not get very far. 5 minutes left. Navy continues to lead and dominate 12-4 here. Again, their 12th coming as Radoni in goal. Floated one before the horn sounded, and beat guide over the top. Mercyhurst just lost a ton. Oh, nice little backhanded shot there that Hightower had to be aware of from Luke Larson, the freshman. And Mercyhurst lost a ton of time on that possession, waiting for a guy to come into the pool. Shot! No goal! It did not get all the way over the line. The post, crossbar, and goalie stopping Aiden Berry from picking up a fourth. We were reminded that the ball does, just like in sports like soccer, has to go completely over the line to count. The 5-meter shot that Navy had cast aside was, in the estimation of some, 90% of the way there. Navy breaking out. They've got a 3-on-2. Walking right down the middle is Berry. Berry passes it off. Shot and a goal. As on the backside, it's Mulvey from Berry. Mulvey picks up his first of the day. He now has his 20th goal of the season. Maybe he'll make a bunch of changes. We'll see who we can mention is into the match here. Austin Kahn now. Ryan Monzaleski back in the pool. Rory Began remains out there. Jackson Kurincic along with Jack Reif in the pool for those wearing the blue, along with Jack Mason. And I've been fully soaked now on the pass to in front of our broadcast position. Kick save and a beauty, though. Little kick save and a beauty. Woo! I did not get the memo to bring the rain jacket, which I left outside. Actually, I don't think I brought the rain jacket at all today. I was supposed to. That might have been a mistake. It is supposed to rain later. I should have brought it today. Turnover going back the other direction. Shot and a save. Navy with 3:10 remaining, looking for goal number 14 to go up by 10 if they can. Foul called in front. It'll be an exclusion, so Navy's got a new possession clock and the extra swimmer. 3+ to play. Pass up top. Navy looking for options. We'll come to the near wing. We'll go back up top to Monzaleski. Monzaleski to Mason. Mason to the far side to Began. Began back to Mason. Back to Began. Began shot off the post. Picked up. Monzaleski shot, save. That's two quick shots. 2:43 to play here in the quarter. And I think we're back to full. We are not. Still playing a swimmer down are the Lakers. Yep, you can see the guy there in the corner ready to enter in the exclusion zone. Oh, it looks like maybe a waving off now, saying, yep, they're saying they're back at even strength now. So the Lakers are back to even strength as the flag waves. So Navy with the ball in the corner will reset with a new possession clock and look to get their 14th against even strength. Near wing. Shot! Oh, just gets under the goalie's arm. Monzaleski, the freshman, picks up another tally. And it's 2:27-14-4. Mids up on Lakers, who are staring an 0-6 start. And an 0-3 starting conference play squarely in the face. Navy looking to pick up win number 10 on the season and stay undefeated in conference play. Granted, big match with the Mount later, but Bucknell tomorrow. Big test here for the Mids this weekend. One of the reasons Kiefer Black and others not playing in this one. Near post opportunity, looking for the pass, cross pass, and it's a Navy not in position there as the goal scored by Stover coming from Puhatch. And it's now 14-5 with 2:09 remaining. Hightower kind of looking over at his teammates, including Luke Karincic, wondering how there was a wide open guy on the near post. 2 minutes to play here in the third. Navy in control. Plenty of whistles. Navy still with possession. In front, opportunity with a right hand. Oh, well done by Connor Cashman, who looked like he was going to go to his right, then realized he had a wide open opportunity in front of him to his left and popped it home. I think the pass came from Mason. If it wasn't Mason, it was Began on the far side. Lost track of it there. 1:48 remaining, 15-5, Navy in control. Back underway after the restart. Don't forget, coming up 5 o'clock, we'll have the match against Mount St. Mary's. The Mount coming in to Scott Natatorium, looking to upend the mids if they can. We saw the Mount earlier this season at the Navy Open. They had a fascinating, let's call it, match against MIT that ended in a loss in overtime. Navy with a breakout. Opportunity over the top, wide open, shot backside in goal. Easy one for Monzaleski as Hightower threw it up over the top. Monzaleski scored the last two. And Navy now has its biggest lead of the match at 16-5. They will make some more subs here. Snap returns to the match, as does Lato Stallings. Those of you in California tuned in, thanks for joining us for your breakfast at Scott Natatorium. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm not sure it's strawberries and cream like at Wimbledon, but I'm sure your breakfast was better than mine. Navy aggressively going at the Lakers. Frustration from Asher Jones on the near side, throws it away as Hightower takes it back. 37 seconds remaining here in the third. There is about a 15-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Navy's got under 10 to do something with it on the possession clock. 23.5 on the game clock. Quick pass up, cannot hold on to it. Was Karasic, but a exclusion called. Navy, quick back to Karasic. Gets the foul called, 17 seconds left. Possession clock is off. That's the important bit. Navy looking to go to 12 up if they can here with 10 seconds to go. Up top, 8-7-6. Shot from the near wing is good. Terrific shot from Connor Cashman off the feed from Rory Began up top, and it's an extra swimmer goal. 17-5 the lead. 5.9 seconds left for Mercyhurst. Hightower, note what Rodoni did to you. Make sure you don't let one go over the top. Guide is thinking about it. 2-1. Guide's going to have to do something. Shoots! And it's easily saved by Hightower. So Navy extends the lead, gets up to their biggest lead of the game. They're now up by 12, 17-5. After 3 quarters, we'll get you the fourth quarter coming up. You're watching Navy Water Polo on Navy Athletics YouTube channel. Welcome back as we get ready for fourth quarter action. It is 17-5 here at Scott Natatorium. Yes, we are at Scott Natatorium today due to other activities on the Naval Academy base. I guess that's not a proper way of saying that, but we'll go with it. Lejeune not available for today. It'll be available for tomorrow when Navy takes on Bucknell. But today, for this match against Mercyhurst and later against Mount St. Mary's, it is here at the tight confines of Scott Natatorium. We've already gotten soaked on a half of occasion, so we're just thrilled that we're on the air. I'm Dave McHugh. Thanks for joining us. Navy's got the commanding 17-5 lead on the Lakers of Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst is going to, unless some crazy thing happens, they're going to lose their sixth match of the season. And to be honest with you, I want to double check that. Mercyhurst is in the white hats. They're going left to right in the pool. Navy's in the home blues, going right to left. No goalie changes. Hightower remains for the Mids. And Guide remains in goal, as you would expect for the Lakers. He's their only listed goalie, as we'll get splashed again as an easy sprint out for Luke Karincic. So Mercyhurst has themselves as 0-5, but if you look up the story about their match against the Pittsburgh Masters, it's labeled as a scrimmage. So I don't know if they're truly 0-5 or they're 0-4. I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Navy shot and a goal. Cashman with back-to-back goals in 3 of the last 4. It's got Navy now up 18-5. Mercyhurst has not scored since it was 14-4. They made it 14-5. Navy scored 4 straight since. We forgot to bring the extra headset to put Chris Whitehead on the broadcast with us today. That would have been a unique arrangement. Big paddle on the far side and an exclusion called. As Monzaleski will, I think that's at least 2 on Monzaleski where he's been excluded. I don't know if that's 3rd. I think it's just 2. Minded 3 exclusions, basically personal fouls. You're out of the match. Oh, no angle shot. And they're going to say that Hightower touched it as Stover went for the trick play, you could say. Just tried to squeeze it into a no angle, but he got Hightower to touch it. So it's a new possession clock. Monzaleski's back in. That's your answer. He's got 1 more exclusion or he's out of the match. And they're going to get a 5-meter shot here as a foul called on Aiden Botterill. And so taking the first 5-meter shot of the day for the Lakers is Asher Jones. He'll face Hightower here on the 5-meter. Navy's 2 for 3. Oh, just missed it. Hightower got a good piece of it and could not keep it out as it just kind of squirted in. So Mercyhurst closes a 4-goal run against them with their 6th off the 5-meter goal from Asher Jones from Pittsburgh, PA. Have to do some homework before the 5 o'clock game. Reports are the Mount having issues with some things on their basketball court, believe it or not. A little fodder for you when the Mount shows up at 5. 6+ minutes to go off the turnover. Navy leads 18-6. We'll have to play defense. Six-time Navy scored 18 goals this season. All of them have been in wins. And an exclusion on Navy? Yeah. Looks like they just called Began for an exclusion well out of the pool, and because, a timeout. Quick 30-second timeout called by Mercyhurst. I think they've got, my count, they've got one timeout left, but the advantage of the timeout is they can get down pool. They will have most of the shot clock and exclusion available. It's a smart play by the coaching staff because otherwise they weren't going to be able to take advantage of that exclusion at mid-pool. And so Mercyhurst now will try and do something here with the advantage. Just missed on the near side of the shot from Stover. And the exclusion's over. Navy breaking out. Wide open opportunity coming down the left-hand side. Mercyhurst completely lost track of Leteau Stallings. Leteau Stallings shoots and scores. (19-6), Navy breaks out. Navy, when scoring 18 or more, has got wins over Occidental, LIU, Mount St. Mary's, Wheaton College, MIT, and Penn State Barron. We'll keep an eye on the scoreboard for 20 because they have scored 20 on 4 occasions this season against LIU, Mount St. Mary's, Wheaton, and MIT. Again, all wins. And turnover as they call the foul that time on Gavin for the Lakers. So Navy gets it back. Another long pass over the top. Mason with it. We'll pass it off to Cashman. I have a feeling Navy's backed off, turned off some of the afterburners, as it were. Wasting a lot of the clock, extra passes, not shooting unless they have to. Now at 5, they force it in front. That probably wouldn't be a normal pass in a game against, say, a Princeton. So Navy has backed off a bit, but still lead 19-6. Their biggest lead of the game has been 14. We got 4.5 minutes to play. Again, they'll take on Mount St. Mary's coming up later today. Mount is 6-8, 0-2 in conference play. They fell to the mids 20-7, as we mentioned earlier, a couple weekends ago, again in the Navy Open, as both teams began league play in that one. Mount St. Mary's, it's their only loss now in league action, as they defeated Salem 18-11 and LIU 15-12 before falling to Fordham 19-5. So what's interesting is Navy drops that match against Salem. The Mount beat them, but Navy easily controlled the Mount when they faced off against each other at the Navy Open. And a shot and a goal for Mercyhurst. 19-7 now. The score. Misspoke a little minute ago. I said Mount St. Mary's was 2-1 conference play. I meant they went 2-1 last weekend. They're now 0-2 in conference play, having lost to Navy in the Navy Open and then to Fordham in their last match. Of course, Fordham's now up to 5th in the latest coaches poll. A poll that can be turbulent at times. Maybe as turbulent as the battle in front of a water polo goal. 19-7 with 3.5 to play. Navy with Hrincic. He'll pass it off to Mason. 8 seconds off the post for Mason's long distance shot, and Navy will recover. They've also got Cashman out there along with Monzaleski, Leteau Stallings, and Snap. Kind of the same core group they played for probably about 3/4, 2/3 of this game. Freshmen and sophomores abound. Oh, what a steal. Mason just takes it away from Botterill. And another out front opportunity, shot and a goal. In front, it's Snap with his second Snap goal of the game. And the pass coming from Leteau Stallings. That's the second time Snap has scored. Both times he has one-timed it from in front. Under 3 minutes to play. Again, we'll be back at action at 5 p.m. today here from Scott Natatorium. As we are just across the 12 o'clock hour here. A steal in the middle. Navy on a sprint with Mason. Mason up front and try to go behind the back with a shot by Karincic. Picks up a foul, so it'll be a 5-meter opportunity. First one this half for Navy. I think they're 1 for 2 on 5 meters today. Eric got another one. Monzaleski drills it home. 2:28 to play. Navy's up 21-7. Over 20 goals for the 4th time this season. All in victories. After this weekend of Mount St. Mary's and Bucknell, Navy's home run of 10 straight home games will come to a close. They will actually hit the road for the next 4 in October. They'll have a couple of weeks before that starts. They'll have a couple of weeks to prepare for Bucknell on October 11th. And then it's 3 games on a weekend against Mercyhurst, Gannon, and Bucknell on the 18th and 19th. Then they return home at the end of the month against George Washington and Iona. Iona, the only other match, will be here at Scott Natatorium. Then you dip into November. They'll finish up at home against Wagner, Fordham, and Johns Hopkins on the 1st and 2nd before finishing the season at George Washington on the 7th. And then you're into conference play as Mercyhurst gets a breakout opportunity here, and a big save from Hightower. Minute 45 to play. So this run of 10 home games, which Navy has absolutely taken advantage of. They have only 2 losses entering this point. They give up a goal there. They're going to want that back. It's a missed opportunity to shut it down. Botterill picks up the goal with 1:30 to play. So if Navy were to close out the weekend and go 8-2 at home, they're going to be pretty happy with that. With losses, the loss to Salem, they're going to want back for sure. They could have gone 9-1, but they got to obviously play 2 more. The Mount tonight and a big match against Bucknell coming up tomorrow. So nothing's assured. The Salem match, you talk to anybody, they want that one back for sure. So strong home campaign here in the month of September. And it's thrown in front, foul called, and it's going against Navy as they called Kahn for the foul. So a minute left to go here in this match. Mercyhurst trying to get another one in battle. They're going to call a foul this time on Mason. And I'm not sure what was happening there as Luke Larson looked like he was trying to throw it across to Aiden Ivory. I don't think Ivory even knew it was coming. And Navy gets the steal, and now they're just playing keep away. With 33 seconds left to go in the game, under 15 on the possession clock, there is no need for a 20-second goal. So Navy will just play keep away and then toss it down pool as they're under 5 seconds to go here in the possession. There's the long toss from Cashman. 18 seconds left for for Mercyhurst, who will fall to 0-5 or 0-6, depending on how you look at it. 0-3 in conference play. And I think calling their final timeout is Mercyhurst to reset the pool. Get everybody up with 17 seconds left. Navy will improve to 10-6 overall, 3-0 in Mid-Atlantic Water Polo Conference action, the MEWPC. They'll get ready for the Mount later tonight. We will dry off our equipment and get ready for the Mount ourselves. We'll be back on the air at 5 p.m. for that one. As Navy closes it out, is a strong day from Began, Day, Monzaleski, Snap, Cashman, and others. As Navy dominates, even a goal from Jack Rodoni. Navy wins 21-8 over Mercyhurst. Again, Navy now improves to 10-6 overall, 3-0 in conference play. Mercyhurst is reportedly 0-6, maybe 0-5, 0-3 in conference play. They did not give up 30 as they did against Wagner and Fordham, but they do give up 21. Up next for Navy is the Mount, who are 6-8, 0-2 in conference play. That's at 5 p.m. today. And then they'll have Bucknell tomorrow. Back Lejeune Hall at 11 a.m. Get updated stats and more on NavyAthletics.com a little bit later today. It's a busy day with football taking place. A quick reminder, though, Navy fans, don't forget to go to the online shopping experience offered by our partners at Fanatics at NavySports.com. Just click on the shop tab and find all the latest Navy Under Armour apparel at great prices. The store is a perfect place to shop for yourself or the Navy fan in your family. See the latest Navy merchandise at NavySports.com. Also, the Navy Athletics is as close as a computer, tablet, or smartphone thanks to NavySports.com and the newly redesigned Navy Sports app. You can get all the information you need on all 36 varsity sports and midshipmen student athletes. Make sure to log on to NavySports.com or download the Navy Sports app today. Also follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, just to keep in the know on all things Navy athletics. In fact, Navy water polo has just posted the final as we speak. For our entire production crew, and thanks to Chris Whitehead alongside, I'm Dave McHugh. Navy, commanding win over Mercyhurst 21-8 here at Scott Natatorium. We'll be back at 5 p.m. for the battle against Mount St. Mary's in conference action. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.